Hi you guys, this is Elsa, and welcome to Achromatopsia and the saga that is my life. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about, I don't want to really say about me, but I had a lot of specific questions that you guys were interested in knowing, and I wrote them down, so I want to answer them today. But before I start, again, I feel like I have to put a little disclaimer out there. I, by no means, am an achromatopsia expert. I just so happen to have achromatopsia, and all I'm doing is telling you guys, my experiences and sharing. Are you gonna talk over me, lady? Sorry, my daughter's co-hosting from the back today. But anyway, I'm just telling you guys my experiences so you guys have a better understanding, of what it's like for us to see. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Now, first things first, I had a lot of people, I feel like every time I post a video, I'll have a bunch of feedback and people messaging me, which I love, by the way. I want that. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you want to hear about, or just, giving me different ideas. So, one of the things that I was getting a lot of, just a lot of questions that kind of surprised me, I guess. Well, first off, I want to say, I feel like every parent has a certain expectation or an idea, I would say, like of something that you're attached to that you expect your child to be like. Everybody dreams that their child's, going to be this perfect, healthy baby. But, sometimes life doesn't work out that way. But I kind of feel like, well, what I'm hearing is a lot of people are very, like, devastated when their child gets this diagnosis. And, well, I can understand, I really understand what it's like, hearing that your child is different or your child's not going to be like everybody else. I kind of understand how you guys can, be scared or be sad or just, like I said, be so attached to this idea that your child's going to be this way, and then you come to find out that, your child's going to have a harder time in life. But I'm here to tell you, if your child has this diagnosis, it is not by any means a death sentence, or it does not mean your child's going to suffer or your child's going to have a terrible life. All it means is that your child is going to have some trouble seeing some things, but it's not the end of the world. There are people out there that have children that really, really have devastating, problems, and they really do struggle in life. So I'm just here to tell you guys, it's not something to, mean it's the end of the world for your child. Your child can do lots of things, and I'm here to tell you, just how my life is, so you guys get a kind of understanding, or you know what I mean, what's the word? Get a sense of, what I mean, what, if I can do these things, your child can do these things, and I'm sure your child can do more things than I can, because we're just like everybody else. There's some things that we're good at, some things that we're not, and everybody's different, and like I said, that's okay. Okay, I'm trying not to make this video too long, but it's because there's a lot of questions I have to answer, so here we go. First question I was asked, and I was asked, just so you know, I picked questions that I was asked the same question by multiple people, so those are the ones I got on my list. First question, how do I use a knife? I think I use utensils just like anyone else. I've never cut myself or not known how to cut something. Like I said, we can see. We don't have 20/20 vision, but we can see, which we're doing. I wouldn't recommend giving a knife to like a toddler, because just like with any toddler or young child, even if they can't see, they can have accidents. But I use, that's basically my answer to that question. I use a knife, a fork, a spoon, just like everyone else. Next question, how do I cut my finger and my toenails? I guess that's kind of like the same answer I have to that, is just like everybody else. I can kind of see why I got asked that question, because we are nearsighted. It's super easy to do your fingernails because you just put them, close to you and trim your nails. But I was really thinking about that question, and I think, like when I see my parents, for example, cut their toenails, they do it kind of like from far away. They have to be bending over to clip their toenails, and I don't cut my toenails that way. I think because I'm flexible, I'm able to literally put my leg like right here, and I cut my toenails that way so I can see, you know, if I'm cutting too much or not enough. So I think that helps me, I guess, if it's close. I don't know how I would do it if I wasn't able to get my feet closer to me to do that. But I guess that is a good question. Next question. How do I match my clothes? I think I answered this in one of the other videos, but for me it's pretty easy. I tend to pick clothes that are like, I don't think the word is neutral colors, but colors that are easy to match with other things. My favorite color is black. I love black because it is my safe color. I know it matches with everything. So usually I do tend to look for things that are mostly black but have like different color accents because it doesn't matter to me, or one article of clothing that's at least black because like I said, it's easy for me to do it that way. Also, I have a really good memory when it comes to clothes. If I buy something and I ask somebody, can you tell me what color this is? For whatever reason, I will remember forever what color that article of clothing is, and I just kind of know, you know, what goes with what. And if I ever get something new or somebody buys me something, I live, like I said, in a household with lots of family members. I just ask, can you tell me what color this is? And they'll tell me. But yeah, that's that's how I do that. Next question. How do I do my hair and my makeup? Okay, so in high school and in my 20s, I was really, really into doing hair and makeup. And I really didn't have anybody teach me. I just saw other people and was like wanting to try it. And I was actually really good at doing my hair. I like to do my niece's hair a lot. I'm actually pretty good at it. I enjoy doing it. Now that I have a daughter, finally, I'm always doing her hair. As far as makeup, that one's a little tricky. I have, I guess, okay skin, but still, you know, everybody has their insecurities. When it came to foundation, I did have to have somebody go with me to shop for like the color because I don't know, you know, what matches my skin tone. So I would have to have somebody go with me. But once I discovered MAC, they have people that work there that will do that. So I can go there by myself and have somebody match me with, you know, foundation, blush, all that good stuff. My makeup routine used to just be some light foundation, eyeliner, blush, and mascara. The blush is a little tricky though because it's also a little harder for me to see. So the only way I can kind of tell that I have blush is by the time it gets really dark, and that's not good. I mean, I don't want to look like I'm from the 1980s or something. So what I do is I have somebody at the MAC store pick out like I guess that's called a neutral color that you can keep going and it's not gonna look super like dramatic and crazy and scary. But as far as eyeliner and all that and mascara, everyone asks me that question. How are you able to do that if you can't see? Well, let me tell you, I am a perfectionist, kind of like borderline OCD about it, but I'm very, very picky about how something has to be perfect. So I've always had a magnified mirror, and I guess do it like everyone else. I just go very, very slow. So my makeup time would take like an hour and a half. It would take a long time, but I would always get ready super early so that I wouldn't be rushing. But yeah, I mean, I don't really do my makeup that much anymore. I have a teenager and a toddler. I'm always home. I don't really feel the need to get all dressed up that much anymore. But everybody asks me, how do you do your eyeliner? And like I said, the same way, you know, everybody else does. A tip for you ladies. I got really good at makeup because I would do it every day. But something that I found very helpful is permanent makeup. So I have my eyeliner tattooed top and bottom, and I have my eyebrows tattooed. I have eyebrows. Okay, let's just get that straight, because that's my second question I always get from people. It's just they're not full, and I like to have them dark. So I got them tattooed, and I have my hair that grows over it. When I pluck, I just pluck around it. So it's pretty simple. I love it this way because I don't really have to get ready. I just wake up in the morning and I have my eyeliner done, I have my eyebrows done, throw on some chapstick, put my hair up, and I'm ready to go. So that makes life a little easier. But yeah, I hope that answers some of your questions. Let's see. Oh, and practice makes perfect, by the way. Anyway, next question. How do I clean? I think it's kind of like the same concept like with makeup and hair. It just takes a little longer, but I do it just like anybody else. Clean, sweep, mop, dust, all that good stuff. Just it takes a little longer. Well, the difference is sometimes we have a little bit harder time seeing like certain things or like hair on the floor or something like that. So it's just easier just to clean everything, whether it's dirty or not, because I mean, if you live in a household with children, chances are it's gonna be dirty. So just clean everything. That's what I do. But yeah, that's pretty much the answer for that. Next question. How do I shop for groceries? Kind of the same thing, just like anybody else. A lot of times I do have to shop by myself, and that it does take me longer to find certain products because I have to look. Most people, they look down an aisle and they can pinpoint what is it that they're looking for. For me, it doesn't work that way. I have to literally be a foot in front of something to read what it is or see what it is. So it does take me a little longer to shop. But because I am creative, like most of us, you kind of tend to learn or memorize where things are. So you don't really have to struggle looking for it because you already have an idea of where it's at. So that's how I do that. I always tell people I have my older son. He's 14. He is literally my seeing eye kid. If I'm trying to do something in a rush, he finds everything for me. So we make it a quick trip in and out. I hope that answers that question. Next question is, what is it like to not see color? I don't want to say I don't know, but it's my normal. I guess that's like if I asked a regular sighted person, what is it like to see color? I guess your answer would probably be colorful. But for me, I am completely colorblind. I don't see any color. So I guess maybe shades of gray is the best way I can answer that. I can see different shades. So I can distinguish, what's lighter, what's darker. But sometimes there are those colors that are a little tricky. I was just having a conversation about this with my older sister. There are certain colors that are really dark that I just assume are black, and they're not. Like if there's like a burgundy red, a super dark brown, like a really dark navy blue. To me, I'll think it's black because to me it looks black, but it's not. Or I'll think like if something's white but not really, it's a little darker, and somebody asks me what color do you think this is, I'll just say I don't know, yellow, because I know yellow is like, I think it's the next color down from light, like in the shade world, I guess. But I don't know, there's just so many colors and shades of things that it's kind of confusing. But how do I live not being able to see color? I live just fine. I mean, it's what I know, it's all I know, so it's not sad for me. It's not terrible because this is what I know. The way I see is my normal, just like the way you see is your normal. So it's honestly not a big deal for me. But yeah, let's see. Next question. How do I get around? Okay, good question. When I was younger, obviously I had my parents drive me everywhere. But then when I went to high school, I really got into using the bus, like the metro bus. And it's a little trickier for us to do that because, well, now they have fancy buses that tell you when you get to a street, it tells you what street you get to, so you know when to get off. But when I started using the bus, it didn't have that. So what I would have to do is tell the driver, let them know that I'm partially sighted, and if they could just please tell me when we get to a certain street, like the street that I needed to get off on. So I would just stand next to them. I wouldn't go sit down. I would stand next to them so they could let me know, okay, we're at this street now. But that's how I would do that. Once I became an adult and had my kids, I would either have my husband, family members drive me around to appointments, things like that, grocery store. But now, almost 3 years ago, I was taking my oldest son to school, dropping him off and picking him up every day, and I would take him on a bike. And that was really hard for me because I hate exercising. I hate doing things that get me like really tired, and riding this bike up hills was really kicking my butt. And my kid wasn't little. I mean, now he's 14 and he's taller and bigger than me. But that's beside the point. The point is, he's heavy, and taking him in this bike was really hard for me. And then that's when I barely got pregnant with my now 2-year-old. And I have high risk pregnancies. So my mother-in-law was worried about me, getting so stressed out over this, situation. So she actually bought me this mobility scooter that I found online that I fell in love with. I was telling everybody about it, like, I really want this, but I can't afford this. It's over $3,200, but it is a dream. I love this thing. I highly recommend it to anybody I can because it is awesome. It looks like a moped, but it is a mobility scooter. It's classified as a mobility scooter, so it's kind of like an electric wheelchair. So it's designed for the sidewalk. You don't need a license to drive it because it's a mobility scooter. So it's for the sidewalk. If you wanted to, you could actually drive it in a store. I don't, but you can. So that's nice. And like I said, you don't need a license, don't need to put gas. It's electric. You just charge it. Goes, I think the top speed is 15 miles per hour. I never go that fast, but I love it. It's a 2-seater, so my kid can outgrow me, which he did like 2 years ago. And he could still fit in the back seat. I love this scooter. I plan to make a video about it because I love it so much. It's really given me my independence, and I can get around to close places by my house with that scooter. I can go to the market that's down the street and just get a few things. I can, go take my son to get a haircut. I can go get food, like a fast food place around here. I have gone through drive-through with my scooter, and oh my god, my son was mortified, but I can do it is my point. And it's like my wings. It's my form of transportation to do something for myself. Well, I don't have to ask anybody to help me, or you know what I mean. I just love it. I can't say enough good things about it. Now, as far as places that are further away, like I said, I do depend on people giving me rides. Like I said, whether it's my husband, my nephew, a family friend, my mother-in-law, she always takes me to all my daughter's doctor's appointments. And yeah, I have to say, I kind of hate depending on people, but sometimes people need help, and that's okay, and that's how I get around. Another question. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to make this too long. Have I ever done sports? No, I am not an athletic person by any means. I was really into dance when I was in high school. Actually, I was really good when I was a freshman. I'm so proud of it. When I was a freshman, I was one of 2 girls that was so good that my teacher, for our second semester, she had us in an advanced dance class. And there was only 2 freshmen the whole school year that got picked to be in that class. And I was one of them. So I was very, very proud of myself. I love dancing. I still love dancing. The only thing is that comes with challenges too. Most people, when they go have a dance class, they can stand, as far back as they want to and still be able to see the teacher, teach the moves. For someone like me, I literally have to be standing either right next to her or directly behind her for me to be able to see. And that's something I had to let all the teachers, be aware of, that, I need this. I wouldn't call it special privilege, but I needed this to be done for me in order for me to learn what you want to teach. But other than that, I love dance. Like I said, I am not into sports. When I got older, I tried to exercise, as in going to the gym. Um, but I honestly really didn't have to. I just did it because everyone kept telling me, "Oh, you have such a fast metabolism. That's why you're so fit." But that's not gonna last forever. But I'm 34. I don't work out. I eat terribly, and I think I look okay. So yeah. Anyway, let's see what else. What are my hobbies? I am a full-time mom. I have a toddler who is she's special needs technically because she's tube fed. She was a micro preemie, so she does not eat or drink anything by mouth, and she's totally tube fed. She is reliant on me because she needs to be eating every 2 hours with a little pump machine that feeds her. So I am just at home all the time, making sure she gets her dietary needs, changing her, cleaning her. She has a lot of therapies that I have to work on with her myself. Speech therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy. She does those at home, but I have to also take her twice a week to a center where they do feeding therapy and speech therapy. And it's just, I have a very busy schedule with her. She is my full-time job. So I don't think right now I really have any hobbies. I did enjoy, before when I had a life of one child. I did enjoy going to the movies. I love going, to the park. Just, you know what I mean, going out with my friends, getting together, having a barbecue, just hanging out. One of my things, I don't know if it's a hobby, but it's something I am passionate about. I am a total crazy cat lady. Okay, I love cats. They are my children. I always tell my son and my daughter that my cats are their brothers and sisters. So they refer, my oldest son, he refers to, the girl cats as his sisters and the boy cats as his brothers. Not so much anymore because now that he's a teenager, he's like, ugh. But when he was younger, he would. I have 11 cats total. And I mentioned this, my favorite color is black. So 8 out of 11 are solid black. I love black cats and I have a soft spot in my heart for them because black cats are actually the least likely to get adopted and the first to be put down because no one wants them, which is so sad to me because I think black is beautiful and black cats are literally like mini panthers. Like, I just love them so much. But that's another reason why I'm busy all the time is I have my daughter and then I have my 11 cats I need to care for. They're all strictly indoors, so I feel like constantly cleaning cat litter, feeding, brushing. They have their own room that's full of cat trees. I'm gonna make a video of that one day because I think you guys will be pretty impressed. I made and designed the entire room by myself. I bought a lot of cat trees that you put together because they're cheaper that way, and I put them together myself. It took forever because I'm terrible at certain instructions. Or should I say they make them super terrible. But point is, I designed this whole room and it looks like an amazing like jungle playhouse kind of. And it's all for my cats. They're super spoiled. But I guess that's kind of my hobby. Facebook, TikTok, and now obviously making these videos is I guess another new thing I'm doing, which I'm really enjoying. I think that was the last of my questions. But I'm sorry it went a little longer than I wanted. But if you guys have any other questions you want to ask me, comment or message me on Facebook, and I promise I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. If you guys want me to do more videos like this where I'm just going answering a bunch of questions at one time, or if you guys want me to do more videos of like specific topics, let me know. Like I said, I'm doing these videos for parents because I feel like there is a need for it, and you guys want to know, you know what I mean, certain things. That's what I'm here for. Ask me. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So feel free. Ask me whatever you want. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this long episode. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.